But we're going to start where else? The Miami Heat going for 27 in a row. And just because they're playing Orlando doesn't mean a thing. This is a team that's played the Heat very well this year. There you see, climbing, 7 away from tying the record. Dwayne Wade out for the second straight game. He's got a sore knee. LeBron James, how much extra motivation does he have knowing Dwayne Wade is not playing?
He knows he's going to have to carry the offense for stretches. Miami, though, has so much balance and depth on his team, and defensively they're great. But they've been playing like this in the first half of games lately, coming out, not contesting shots, letting teams get into a rhythm.
Tobias Harris, you saw the 3, then Nelson, then Harris again. Magic up by 6 at home. Eric Spoelstra frustrated with his team's lack of focus, intensity in the first half.
Three-point shooting got them back in the game, and they were on fire in the first half, over 50% for the game. And this is the second-best three-point shooting team in the NBA, and that three-point shooting is what allowed them to cut into that deficit.
Heat up by 9 at the half. They scored 55, but LeBron only had 6 at the break. Third quarter, E'Twaun Moore, the baseline dunk. Magic keeping it close. Next possession, Jameer Nelson.
Step back 3, ties it up.
LeBron, though, says they thrive in tight games.
For me, I love the competitive nature. I love when the game got tied tonight. You know, that was the best part of the game for me, when the game got tied. And, you know, now every play, you got to make a play to try to, you know, seize the run that they had.
Let's talk about the turning point of this game, Lakes.
Well, it really got serious after this. They got physical. LeBron James in transition. Great job spacing the floor. Chris Anderson runs to the rim, occupies 2 defenders. LeBron James get the dunk, and then goes to the ISO. One of his favorite spots on the floor, that left elbow. He's going left more often than right on his drives. Ambidextrous finisher, gets the and one right there. And then in the half-court execution, great curl right here by Battier. Gets a piece of Ray Allen's man. Anderson cleans it up, and Ray Allen hits a 3. He hit 3 of those in a very short period of time.
The Heat closed the quarter on a 10-0 run. Mario Chalmers said, whenever LeBron James dunks, that excites us. It makes us play a little bit harder. And they did. CC Sabathia getting some love. Prince Fielder hasn't missed a meal in the offseason for Detroit. I'm just saying. We're just saying. The Heat win 108-94, number 27 in a row. 13 in a row on the road. That's even as impressive. LeBron James hits his 13th game this season with at least 20 points and 10 assists. That's tops in the NBA. Another workmanlike performance as the Heat are now just 6 games away from tying the all-time record.
The NBA season is a grind. You know, 82 games is long. I mean, so you're going to have times where you just don't feel it, but you know, the best thing about it is when you walk in this locker room and see the guys that you're with. That makes the game, you know, that much easier to prepare for and get ready for.
We did enough late in the third quarter and the fourth quarter to come away with this win, and you know, that was some of our best in that fourth quarter on both ends of the quarter, the activity level, and then obviously offense moving it and finding open shooters. Before that, it was a little bit more of a sleepwalk to get to that point, but you have to credit that team. They came out with an incredible amount of youth and speed, as we anticipated. We've had 3 tough games against them, and they're not afraid, you know, that bunch, and they gave us everything we could handle.
No rest, no problem. The Heat are now an NBA best 12-1 this season on the second night of back-to-back games. In fact, their .923 win percentage is the second highest single-season mark in NBA history, with a minimum of 10 games. Only the 2006-2007 Mavericks were better on the second night of back-to-back. So, Legs, the Heat followed a familiar pattern against the Magic, playing down to the level of their competition before blowing them out in the second half. How did they get it done this time?
Well, I really think it was a focus on execution and getting the ball to their shooters, locking down defensively with some activity, and then running the floor in transition. We know how special they can be when they attack, but that's just perfect execution with Chris Anderson occupying the rim, LeBron James trailing and attacking. Here again, the execution off of this nice little curl move. Ray Allen with the pop-back fade to the corner. Anderson cleans up the screen, and Ray Allen knocks down a 3. His three-point shooting at the end of the third, early into the fourth quarter, really turned this game around. LeBron James with the isolation. You know, the amazing thing about this team, they erased a 27-point deficit in 8 minutes against Cleveland. A 20-2 run in 4.5 minutes in this game.
Amazing.
So explosive because of the multi-dimensional facets of their offense. They attack the rim, they get you in transition, but then they've now got the three-point shooting. Second best three-point shooting team in the NBA. It's such a pick-your-poison state of mind for defenses, and too often you guess the wrong way, and Orlando doesn't have enough firepower to catch up to them once they get rolling.
It almost seems like Miami is counting on these runs in the second half. And at some point, if they continue to do this, you're right, it is dangerous. Now, our friends at AccuScore ran 10,000 computer simulations of the Heat's upcoming schedule. It gives the Heat a 64% chance to extend the streak Wednesday in Chicago. AccuScore is giving the Heat an 11% chance to set the new mark of 34 consecutive wins. That would happen on April 9th against the Milwaukee Bucks. Butt legs, let's concentrate on Wednesday night on ESPN, 8 o'clock Eastern, against the Bulls. What does Chicago need to do to make sure that streak ends in Chicago?
Well, I think one of the things they need to do is what other teams have done to the Heat during this run. I think first thing, get a lead. Jump out on them early, because you know the way you defend, it's going to make it very difficult for Miami to catch up and go on one of those big scoring sprees, because Chicago just doesn't typically allow those. So make sure you come out ready to play. Hopefully you make some shots early in the game to get a lead and now make Miami have to really struggle to come back, maybe shoot more threes than they're comfortable shooting, and you've got a good shot. Secondly, you have to control the glass. When Chicago plays well against Miami, they typically do that, and their front line certainly equipped. They've got to make sure they limit Miami to one shot. They're the most efficient offensive team in the league, so you don't want to give them extra possessions. And you've got to get second chances against that quick defense. And then finally, come for 48 minutes. If you really want to end this streak and you take pride as a player, as an athlete, as a Chicago Bull, then you want this streak to end 48 minutes, every possession, seemingly like the one that's going to determine the game. That's one thing Chicago is pretty good about. Tom Thibodeau will have this team prepared to play defensively. You just got to hope somebody makes some shots for Tom Thibodeau, because I think they're going to compete for sure. And it could end in Chicago. It's not going to surprise me.
You just said 3, maybe 4 or 5 things they need to do in Legler's three-pointers. That's a lot against a Miami team that is doing almost everything right.
The list is so long of things you have to do against this team. You know, you try to tighten it up, but the truth of the matter is right now, you have to play flawless basketball for long stretches in the game against them, because they're hitting you with waves of big scoring sprees.
Good stuff.
Hey,
wow. Then I'm going to go number 2. LeBron from Norris Cole. That's what they do these days. High degree of difficulty.